And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Tuesday, July the 2nd. Odie, can you believe that?
Man, we are moving right on already past half of a year. We've started the second half. Here we come, closer to Christmas time. And I tell you, it's moving at a speed of light.
Now, before we went on, and Odie corrected me because I was, and I do still, as we were talking about garbage pickup, garbage pickup in the county, in Lauderdale County, will move forward like it's a regular day, right?
Just like a regular day. If Thursday's your pickup, Thursday's your pickup. Trash will be picked up in the county, ADSI.
Kemper County will skip. It will not pick up on July
Thursday.
4th, and they'll double up on Friday. Do we know what the city of Meridian is doing?
Haven't heard anything from the city, so hopefully somebody will reach out to us. We can get that word out. Now, Thursday and Friday, county government will be closed for the holiday, which means the big boxes at the barns that you can put your household white
closed.
goods in, not trash, but your construction, your old junk, stuff like that. That will be closed Thursday and Friday. But those boxes will reopen Saturday.
Okay.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday, and then, of course, next week. But Thursday, of trash, we got sound?
Yes.
All right. Alisa, try something.
It's in the beginning there. There was no sound. in the beginning.
Probably so. Just a little late getting there. So Thursday, though, in the county, we still work. We'll operate trash.
So that's the plan on that. But, you know, as Odie and I were talking about this, your police, your emergency officials, your convenience store workers, and also your trash workers are those who will be, your essential people got to be at work regardless. Think of them because they don't get that day off while the rest of us are trying to enjoy the 4th of July and celebrate our nation's birthday. Keep in mind of those who work behind the scenes that, well, don't get that break.
That's it.
911 communications all over the United States. Got to be there.
Got to be there. That's our eyes and ears, and they are definitely first responders in our book.
Now, a lot of things are going to be going on. Archusa will have a celebration. Bonita Lakes will have a celebration. Kemper County will have the celebration there at Kemper Lake, and I do believe Newton County will have theirs at Turkey Creek is where I've heard they're going to have theirs. If you've got one that we don't know about, please let us know so we can tell everyone where you can go out and enjoy something with the family. It's always fun.
Yeah, go and if you're from around here, Lauderdale County and all, and anybody's welcome, but go support your fireworks show that your county or city is putting on. Meridian always puts on a good fireworks show, and Daniel House is the entertainment.
Sure is. It will be great.
Man, it's going to be a nice day full of activities. So go out there and enjoy everything that's provided for you.
Deborah says mail will not be running, and I think there's a lot of people going, yippee. It can't bring me a bill.
I'm going to have to make a phone call today.
Who yo?
I got burned up. So I look on my camera, I get a ding, there's somebody at your house. So I pull up my camera, and there's the postal lady.
Like U.S. of A?
Yeah. She's not walking up to my door to deliver a package. She drove her van dead through the middle of my front yard and got out at the front door.
She didn't use the driveway?
No.
Man,
Odie,
it
burns me up.
It is so funny that you brought that up because there is a nation, it's a family that has got the same problem to where, and they're suing the U.S. Post Office. I don't think you'll ever win, but they've got it's just your normal street, and they've got a strip of grass that the guy's been trying to grow for like a year, and he spent all this money on sod, and the U.S. postal worker jumps the curb, and I don't know why. I guess it's the way it is, the way they do the town that he lives in, that the mailbox is further off of the road, and they jump instead of pulling over and putting it in, they drive up to it and kill his grass every day.
Well, I tell you,
I take it you're kind of like, what was the movie Chevy Chase was in where the mailman would drive by and stop and throw
Funny
it out?
Farm.
Funny Farm.
Yeah.
Y'all have that type of relationship.
Well, I have to search 5 mailboxes around when I get a delivery and it says, "Oh, it was left in your mailbox." I said, "Well, I guess that means that it's in one of my neighbor's mailboxes. My neighbor has the same thing." We have to search for our mailbox. So finally, I bought a mailbox, a new one, and she ended up my mailbox wouldn't fit in my mailbox, so they had to bring it to the house. Well, I was there, and she said, "Here's this box," and I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Do you know what this is?" She said, "Well, no." And I said, "It's a new mailbox, and it's red." And I said, "You see this package? Yeah. You know what that is?" "No." I said, "Those are big, bright numbers. So you won't get my mailbox confused with anybody else's." And she just kind of looked at me.
All I can tell you is if Odie thought he had mailbox problems before this morning, wait till after today.
Oh, when I walk in, I'm like a red flag.
Odie, this is like complaining about your steak and you're at a restaurant. It ain't going to be good what comes out next.
That's fine. But you don't drive through my dadgum front yard. The only thing drive through my front yard, my lawnmower. That burns me up.
The days of our lives with Odie. We wish you luck on this. Save your video there.
I've got
this
pictures
this is not over by any means of the stretch of the imagination. Already 7 minutes into the hour, and like my wife, she's like on a
I got a mailbox there, Anthony.
My wife's like on a first name basis with our mailmen. They get along great. The FedEx, UPS.
Well, you got your own section in the whole FedEx truck.
That's true. That's true. Wow. What does everybody think about the Supreme Court ruling yesterday to where it basically says, you can't do that? Now, it doesn't give full presidential authority, but it does say that the president does have immunity in a lot of these cases, and most likely the entire thing is going to be postponed until after the election to determine what is and who is. So I would put that as a win for Trump on this. A lot of people that are on the left are having fits at this point. But this whole situation that's happened this time has opened up is it Pandora's box?
Pandora's box, yeah, you could say that.
I think we're going to have trouble with this no matter what side moving forward after this. And I hate that because, you know why? It's taxpayer money. Over and over, the millions of dollars holding up the courts of things that really need to be in there.
Well, so you had a story on the 6:30 show that talked about how Biden is not, however you want to look at this, Biden's not forgiving your student loan. He's passing that payment on to all other taxpayers.
That's true.
Period. Now,
and that's what a lot of people have really missed over this. It doesn't go away. Somebody else is going to pay for it.
We're going to pay for it. And China, we owe them, the whole 9 yards. But my where I'm going with that is he has forgiven the student loan or tried. And the Supreme Court came back and said, you can't just wipe people's debt away and have everybody else pay for it. And what did Biden say? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing until they let me do this. I'm going to keep doing. So Biden basically told the Supreme Court,
I don't
care what you say. I'm the president. So he's already broken.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Each of us went to college with someone. Y'all remember that person that went to college that maybe didn't study so much, and they kept borrowing money and party with the money. They didn't. Not everybody. I'm just saying I know those, and they built up a lot of student loans because they didn't go to class as they should. And it took them 8-9 years to graduate college when it should have been done in 4 if you'd have studied. And now for that partier that drug it out, you're paying for their fun. And not everybody done that. Y'all don't take me wrong. I'm just saying there was a few of them that did that. There are some that went straight through that's been having a hard time. And these college has gotten outrageous on prices. We need to rethink the entire education system at this point. It's way out of balance of the pluses and balances. No longer do you have to go to college to become a millionaire. You can hard work. You can still do that. Watch Mike Rowe. There's lots of people that work hard. As he'll tell you, dirty jobs, that's one millionaire after a millionaire on that show.
Yes.
They dirty, but they earn what they get.
Well, you remember they were talking to Elon Musk, and they asked him, said, did you go to Harvard? And Elon Musk said, no, I hire people that went to Harvard.
Did he graduate and all that?
No, he didn't go to
I thought he had. Peter Jennings, another person that never graduated college but became one of the most well-respected journalists that the United States had. And what I'm just saying about that is, just because you got a piece of paper does not make you smarter than someone else. Is it extremely nice? Is it a lot of hard work? I know a lot of you have gone that extra mile, and I'm proud of you. But just never look down upon someone else because they don't have a piece of paper. It's that working man every day with the name on that shirt. I ain't got mine on today.
Somewhere.
But y'all know what I mean. We'll be right back.
Teresa said, how about the ones that's already paid? You ain't already paid. You still paying.
Well,
I think, not for yours.
but that is a good point there.
Yeah.
What if you paid for your own college?
Well, I mean, I paid for mine.
And you're not going to get any money back.
No, not a dime.
It
cost me more.
It's the most unfair thing I've ever heard of before.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, if you were going along and you couldn't afford to pay your college education, well, you had to drop out and go get a job, save your money, and then go back to college when you could afford to do it. And again, don't get me wrong, it's really hard. Each of us know this. After you have a family, it is very tough to attend college because you've got to do it at night. But gosh, y'all think of the people that have done that. Night after night, working in a business all day long, going home, eating something real quick, and then running to college at night. I respect y'all for doing that and paying for it yourself. Anyway, we'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie. It is a gorgeous Tuesday, nearing 69 on the temperature outside, but hot in store. We'll tell you about the forecast next.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Odie, did I just see 42 years of marriage for someone today?
Yeah.
Whew. That's a lot of years together. Congratulations on that.
That is awesome.
Danny and Karen Todd, 42 years of marriage today. Get yours into us.
I wonder if he's ever told her, don't be a Karen.
Don't be a what now?
Karen.
Why would he do that?
Well, you know how they say nowadays.
Oh, quit being a Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have mercy. Have mercy.
They wouldn't have made it 42 years if he'd have said that.
No. You have to. The great thing about marriage is you learn that you're wrong on anything you think just because you're a man.
Danny's smarter than that. Oh, he said always. She said she's always telling her that.
But you learn a lot, and after 42 years, you most likely know everything of when to. What was the old Kenny Rogers song? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Yeah, I wear the
marriage.
pants.
So long as she's not home.
Yeah. Everything I say goes right out the window.
Oh, have mercy. And somebody brought up about MCC having a lot of trades. Absolutely, they have great trades out at MCC. Scuba Tech does a lot of great things in our areas that you can go and get a trade.
Woo, Johnny said a mouthful.
What did he say?
Education does not automatically mean intelligence. You, sir, hit the nail on the head. You are exactly right, because there are some people that educated way beyond their intelligence level.
Reminds me of a conversation I had not long ago with somebody telling me of how many degrees they had. And had the instructions on the boot been on the bottom of it, they wouldn't have known to flip it over to turn the water out. It doesn't, and there's so few people in life that get it. It doesn't matter what you accomplish. There's one reason that you really accomplish things. It's God above that blesses you. But to use that on other people, wrong.
You know what? I found this out yesterday, and this surprised me.
What's that?
In a sense. Now it all makes sense. All right. So what is the number one high school in the state of Mississippi?
High school, I have no idea.
Enterprise.
That's I know that they're always high.
And now we're not talking about just they made it once and that was it.
It's year after year, isn't it?
This is a continuing deal. Enterprise is outstanding and the top of the state. Now, this is what I found out that I did not know. They don't follow state of Mississippi curriculum. They have their own board of education.
Wow, imagine that.
So
There's a
they
lot of-
don't go by what the state recommends, and they're number one.
There's some people going, hush, Odie, land's already high enough down here. Hush.
So I'm going to go buy me some more in Enterprise.
Enterprise Schools, it is a fantastic school. They do a wonderful job there. Congratulations to them. I didn't realize it was the highest in the state.
I found that out last night. Well, I knew they were right there. I mean, at the top, but I found out that they don't even follow states, that they've got their own. And that ought to tell you that they still have to do the state testing.
Right.
But I bet they're not taught a test from the day they start class to the end of the year. I bet they're actually taught subjects. They're actually taught what they need to know.
It's good news.
And they've taught so much that it covers what they need to know for a state test. Because you probably state test is way down here and what they teach is way up here.
Congratulations, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Yeah. I see that here's a thing, and we see this more and more. 3 newspapers are closing, Odie. I don't know if you saw this announcement here by the Buckley newspapers. They've announced that they will be closing the Jasper County News, Smiths County Reformer, and Laurel Impact will be shutting its doors. Wow. That's a thing of the past now.
Well, used to it was printed here. Everything was done here.
There were some days had 2 editions, an early morning and an afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, Peyton said, hey, Peyton, make Pawpaw go buy you a dozen donuts and then go buy Hardee's and get you a big biscuit. Pawpaw, go out there and take care of my little Peyton.
Okay.
She needs a little encouragement for the morning.
There you are. One of the big things I kept getting information on yesterday afternoon was traffic backed up I-20 near Brandon, Mississippi. And let's just take a look at what was going on. And Odie's going to be glad he was nowhere around this. We'll show you a video in just a second as we look at this. Here's the first looks of traffic being backed up. East Brandon there at mile marker 59. We see the wad of cars there. Now let's go to the video of what was actually going on here, Odie.
Oh, boy.
to tell you what miracles are made of?
What's that?
From what I understand, there just happened to be an officer that was sitting at the median over there and saw the accident happen, jumped out of his car, ran down, pulled the driver of the truck out before it caught on fire, and he lived and walked away from everything.
Woo, amen. Wow.
That is big thank you to those
You
two.
got
It was
that.
2 officers, I think, that ended up doing that. We appreciate them for doing that.
Man.
That is scary for something like that to happen. As you look at this, this is on the page. If y'all want to go back, here's another view here, and it just shows the fire, just how bad that was. A JB Hunt truck is what that was that caught on fire. You've seen it happen before.
Yeah. Then you have to wonder, what are they hauling?
Yeah.
You know, what is on fire? Is it the fuel? Is it the rubber tires? Is it the truck? Or is it the cargo? And exactly what are they hauling?
What was the wreck that I went up and I saw you standing in the black smoke? It was the Hawaiian Tropicana orange. Was that orange juice that caught on fire that day?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
do you remember what caused that fire? Or did we ever
I
determine?
want to say his brakes ended up catching on fire.
And then it spread to the remainder of the rest of the truck.
Yeah. Once those tires got going and it was past him being able to put it out.
But an 18-wheeler is much like cars. We see that all the time. Somebody pulls up to the gas pump, they pull out, and the next thing you know, the car's in flames. It just, electrical fires come about.
Anything. And those trucks run. Oh, my gosh, do they run. And you're talking 100-degree temperatures outside.
Woo!
And, man, All right, so Arnold brought up a great point, and I read a little bit about this last night, and I wanted to dive into it a little bit more to educate myself on it.
What's that?
So Oklahoma schools are now, they've been instructed to teach the Bible.
And I saw that, and I
schools.
haven't read all of it.
And I want to read about it. And I think it's one of the best things in the world, and I wish every school would do that.
But let me ask this.
And opt out if you don't want to.
But does that open the door for other satanic religious to be taught? Because I don't know, I'm asking.
I get it would, for the most part, but that's not going anywhere. They're going to take this to court, and they're going to fight this, and they're going to stop Oklahoma for doing it. And
so
the
you
federal
do see them
government
being stopped.
Oh yeah, with these people nowadays, God is out of everything.
Louisiana also put the 10 Commandments in
every classroom.
So do you see that also being taken out, being fought?
That is in court. So they're going to fight with it. And this goes back to what Oklahoma's doing has no bearing on Mississippi, Alabama, California, New York, any of that. That's Oklahoma. What Mississippi does doesn't have any bearing on California, Oklahoma, Tennessee. It's called states' rights. And the Constitution gives us states' rights. We run what we want to run. Our schools, our church, all of that is run by your state legislature, not the federal government. States are independent. If you don't want to have your kids raised in that type of school in Oklahoma, then move or put them in a private school or homeschool. But the federal government should not be mandating every state to be just alike.
But we see that more often to where the federal law will trump the state's law. And in the beginning, it was designed to where states had their rights, and then there was the federal government. We'll see what becomes of it. And I 100% need to read more about this, of what's going on with it. I just know that it's occurring like you do, and I don't know the deep, dark details of what's going to happen. So we'll dig into that so we'll know more about it.
Now, I'm not saying that I want them to be taught seminary to become a preacher when they come out. But we are teaching Darwinism. So why not teach? No, we didn't come from no spark.
I agree with that.
Teach a Bible, but not seminary.
We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
CF Moto has arrived at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North or give us a call at 601-485-8700.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. And Odie, we had a major fender bender out on Highway 19 yesterday out by Jimmy Rogers as we go to take a look at this. And when I say major, it's a pretty good dent there, isn't it? Two-car involvement, as we'll see there. That's a slice down that little Camry.
But you know what? Chet Parker could take that dude.
He sure could.
And you'll never know that anything went down the side of it that wasn't supposed to.
If you happen to have that happen to you at some point, call Chet. They'll give you a free estimate, walk you through it. Downtown Center Hill is where they're located in the curve. Chet's been doing it all his life. He knows what he's doing. Handshakes. That's what it's all about there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a medical emergency yesterday in downtown Marion, Mississippi. As I was going in, I couldn't help but notice someone getting cuffs on. I got video, but I didn't show it.
Oh.
Somebody else was getting arrested. I was handing to another one. They don't like you to drive around with no driver's license in Marion, Mississippi.
That wasn't one of those new medical bracelets. Is that what you said?
No. They were escorting him to the back seat and go give him a nice cushy ride there. They kind of require that over in Marion.
Yeah.
But as we got there, this was over at the subway. And bless her heart, she had a medical emergency. She was going through the drive-in and had the medical emergency, and her car took off and hit the bushes out front. And as we look at this, they were just pulling the car out of the bushes when I arrived on scene. And as Metro arrived to help her out, it was up in here, and it did dent the right front part of the car. Could have been so much worse. This is one of those situations where you're thankful that someone was sitting still when they had that medical emergency and not on a highway.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, they showed up in full force, everybody in Marion, the volunteer fire department. We appreciate them jumping. Both Marion units were on scene helping her, and Metro as well. We have a great group of people. When the situation arises, they come a-running.
Oh, we definitely do. We have some of the most dedicated people.
I know you've heard these woo-woo lights before, but there it is pulling up to the scene yesterday. And as we see that, but a great job by all who pitched in to help with that.
Yeah.
And that does happen from time to time. Let's see what else we had here. We had a fire on King Road yesterday afternoon, rather morning, in the 4000 block as we pull this up here. Here's what we had yesterday, the fireman. And you want to know hot? You don't know hot till you put on that outfit.
That keeps you safe, at 1,000 degrees in a home. You can go in there safely. And let me tell you, it keeps heat in.
And of course, always the power company is going to come turn power off when these situations happen. And if I'm not mistaken, Odie, I got video of this also. Let me show you how it looked once on scene there. That's what it was looking like as the firemen showed up on the scene yesterday morning. And they quickly got that, and it was a hot fire without a doubt. Again, a thank you to the Meridian Fire Department for what they do to save lives. They're the fastest thing on 2 feet in Meridian.
Yeah, it's definitely something that these guys train for, and that's learning how to control their body temperature. They drink plenty of water. That's a key. Everybody needs to do it. They stay in top shape. Meridian Fire Department has workout rooms where these guys can get out and stay in shape.
As you're pointing this out, we are under a heat advisory again today.
Yes.
Now, it's not typically the hours that it's typically best staying near an air conditioner. Is what hours, Odie? That 10 a.m.-ish?
10 a.m. This is something that we can't if you start feeling weak, if you're sweating and then you stop sweating, if you get dizzy,
Is that how you recognize it? If you're sweating and then all of a sudden
and
it
all of a
stops?
sudden it stops, you've got to go inside. A lot of people say, "Hey, I'm sweating a lot, so I'm not having to go to the bathroom near as often." That's bad.
That's not true then.
No,
Okay.
that's true
Just
because you're
sweated it.
dehydrating and you don't have any more liquid because you're using it all. And if you're not going to the bathroom, that means you don't have enough water. You've got to drink enough water that you continue to go to the bathroom throughout the day,
Okay.
just like you normally would. And remember to check the color. I mean, I know that sounds crazy.
It does, and I wish you wouldn't talk about it.
But if it's not clear, you're dehydrating, and the last thing you need to do is to dehydrate. It's bad out there, but yeah,
So
pay
we're gonna-
attention to it.
10 to 7 is one of the hottest periods of the day. Work early, work late, as we always say, work smart around all of this. There's a lot of you who work in it every day and are familiar with how the heat is and you're adjusted. But somebody like me that's been around air conditioning a lot, and you go grab a weed eater at noon, it can put you down quickly. Anybody, but especially if you're not accustomed to it. On the way, we've got weather, and we're going to go back in history and test Odie again today.
Y'all leave this poor guy alone. He's so uneducated that he's not real sure what he's thinking.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
More on the way. Scotty Ray and Odie, good morning.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie. And again, as we're near 70 degrees, we can't stress about this temperature being 100. And then we're going to get into the heat index of 107, Odie, by this afternoon. That's hot. Care who you are.
Hot.
Even down the Mississippi River today, it's going to be extreme heat as you get in that. And boy, that heat, if you stand out, it's almost, I walked through my shop yesterday afternoon coming to the studio, and it was like, that heat, well, you can't get air in.
You walked faster too.
I did. I didn't hang around out there. I noticed a lot of things I needed to do, but I didn't stop to do them. We go back in time to 1881 of a guy that got shot today. He was the president of the U.S. of A. Anybody remember a guy named Garfield? He got shot today. He would pass away 79 days later.
Yeah.
Oof, Garfield. I hadn't heard that name in quite a while.
I hadn't either.
Do you remember watching this?
I do.
Quite figure out how a doctor could be a doctor and then be an investigator on the
Well, he was the medical examiner.
Oh, as we go back to remember Quincy, Robert Ito was born on this day. If you remember, he was the guy in the lab.
Yep.
Quincy, at one time, believe it or not, was one of the biggest TV shows that was on. Kind of like your Murder, She Wrote type thing.
Yep. Daddy loved it. And of course, I watched it right there with him because it was good. I enjoyed it. It comes back on. It's on Pluto.
Oh, is
Y'all ain't got Pluto. Pluto got 24 hours Matlock. Pluto got 24 hours.
You found a way around all this, huh?
Yeah, I did. I got my shows on there.
Everybody's got their favorite show. You know, one that I hear a lot about that I've never watched was that Car 54. I've never watched that. Did you ever see it?
Yeah.
It was long before I ever existed, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
This lady was born in 1937, and her saying went worldwide, so to speak, did it not?
Kiss my grits.
Anybody remember Flo? Her name was Polly Dean. That's what she looks like nowadays there. Kiss my grits. That was a great catchphrase.
Yes, it was.
She was everybody's waitress, and she just didn't take any lip from male, did she?
No, she didn't.
You know, that and Dynamite, and what were some others that, those two really stick out. And of course, when you get into a commercial, it'd be, where's the beef?
That little old lady. It's under the pickle.
Where's the beef? Wendy's outdone themselves in the 80s with that.
Oh, man. Didn't they not?
But
Man,
catchphrases stick with people. So something to think on there. What else happened today? It would be 1937 that a legend would be born. And this guy's a legend. He's still around.
Yes, he is.
He hadn't caught on yet that the feather has gone away and we're not an urban cowboy. He still wears it.
You go tell him to take that feather
I
out
ain't
of
doing
his
it.
hat.
You just sometimes let legends do what they want to do.
Yeah, he's going to have a place to put that STP.
Richard Petty, born on this day in 1937. And he is it. But he still wears that feather. And that went away in about 84, didn't it?
Pretty close to that, yeah.
Richard doesn't seem to think so. So him and Mr. STP, he is, he's one of those, when you think of STP, he is it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Freeman done come up with it. Best thing out there. I'm going to tell you this one. You fish-eyed fool.
Fred G. Sanford.
If that was...
I saw a thing early this morning as I was putting the show together that said, when you've gotten older than the old people on TV, Fred Sanford was, I think, 48 when he played the role of Fred Sanford, and he had all the gray hair.
I remember when Julio brought him that elephant. And he said, we ain't keeping no elephant up in here. And he said, you know what? We could have a circus.
Fred was always scheming.
Oh, man. Yes, he was.
He played that.
Fred said that G was for junk.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
Poor Lamont.
Oh, that was some kind of a fine show. This lady had still talked about today. I remember seeing a few months ago to where they thought they had found more debris that would end the, where did she go? She vanished in the middle of the night. She disappeared on this day in 1937, Amelia Earhart. Now, I don't know a lot about her other than she enjoyed flying airplanes, and she must have not been married, was she?
Probably not. And I can't remember. I watched a documentary on it. They found her.
They thought, but they hadn't officially.
I think it's come out now that they found her, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, everything I read is they're getting closer finding what they think are bits and pieces. I've heard, she's on an island, but I don't think officially it's ever been found.
Because there was some going around, she's safe and she landed. The last I heard, I want to say they found the airplane and she's gone.
Her and Elvis eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich together too.
Yeah. They're going down the road to the Mel's Diner to get them some lunch.
That's like that group that showed up in Dallas, was it 4 years ago, that said Donald Trump and JFK Jr. on the ticket, like he was supposed to come back that day. You remember that?
Yeah.
When they held us, and they really thought JFK Jr. was
going to be on his side?
He passed away. He's not.
Yeah.
But there's people that believe that. Oh, come on, work with me here. A 1, a 2, and a 3.
Oh, God almighty. I hated this show.
In 1955, it would go national television because, well, we didn't know any better.
We didn't have but 3 channels, and almighty.
For a year before this, he worked on a local television show, but today it went right into your home and your life would never be the same again as the Lawrence Welk show began. From tap dancing to elegant dancing.
Yeah.
And it bored us all to death.
Oh. I was going to say who in their right mind, my mom and daddy was.
Mine did too. It somehow become a thing, and we were all saved when Hee Haw finally made it to television to give us a break from stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would be 1956 that this song would hit the airwaves tonight. Now, it had been recorded at least once before him, and it would be recorded after, but he took the song, Odie, and changed it around a little bit and made it his own. It was so big that they took him to the Ed Sullivan Show and said, here's a dog, here's a hat, and why don't you go ahead and sing,
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. That was one of my favorite Elvis songs.
I love that song.
Yeah, I do too. I made every Sunday morning when we were getting ready for church and playing records and all that, I had them, Mama, put on that hound dog.
And if y'all don't believe it, go back and listen to the original version. It was Big Mama Thornton who originally recorded that song, and it's totally different there. But Elvis made it big. One of the writers of all time that's brought up many, many times, even in songs these days, Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway passed away in 1961 on this date. He was noted for writing many, many, many big novels. He was famous for what he done.
Ooh,
Hemingway.
We've got something that we've probably never heard and we probably won't never hear again.
What's that?
We were harmonizing.
I didn't think that was possible.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I ain't gonna try to get it because I honestly cannot carry a tune.
Me.
I suffer from I ain't got it. As they always say, a man's got to know his limitations.
Yeah, I can't sing in public neither.
I can't even sing alone. It's so bad. I mean, it's bad.
Well, I sing pretty good when it's just me.
You know, there's many times when you don't know the answer to things, and when Johnny Cash on this date in 1969 wrote a song about this, the song would come out and why someone done something. There's lots of theories, but you must be the dirty, mangy thing that named me Sue before you left. Because he'd come up and bit off a piece of my ear. Anybody remember a boy named Sue?
Yeah, boy.
Johnny Cash had a huge hit with this song. I did not realize that song came out in '69.
I didn't either.
You met him on a street there. Oh, that was funny there. What did he tell him when he left? You'll either be tough or die.
Or die.
Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
No.
1973 came along, and this would be crossing lines that had not been done before.
Yeah, you didn't sing this. You didn't have it on
you didn't
TV.
You didn't talk about it in public.
About it? No.
The next thing you know, Odie's humming, boom, boom, boom. As my hand touches forbidden places. Ooh. Oh, we go back for Conway and the bump, bump, bump. You've never been this far before.
Never been this far.
Actually, it seems a little different than that. But Conway, boy, he hit a home run with that. And
sing it for
again, I can't sing, Odie. I can't even carry that tune on that one. But boy, I sure, you get into the many, many different Conway hits, but the one that always sticks out is I may never get to heaven, but I once came mighty close. Whew.
He had some music now.
He was talking about kissing this old girl. What he was really trying to impress her there with, he may never get to heaven, but he came close by kissing her.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, he needed some music because he wasn't much to look at, but everybody liked him.
How did this beat start out? Dun, 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 dun. How did it go? You got it in your head, I know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I remember hearing it for the first time on the back. I was up by Big Star and heard it coming out of the speakers in my daddy's Cadillac. I was in the back seat. It would be Rocky that took off to hit number one on the pop charts, and it was actually called, what did they call it? Gonna Fly Now.
Is that what it is? Gonna Fly Now?
The theme from Rocky.
Okay.
But that was humongous. Never a word spoke. Kind of like Floyd Kramer's Last Day. Boy, was that piano something else.
Yeah, I've been right there.
You've been
Philadelphia.
I've never been there.
I went to welding school for the United States Navy there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Used to be the city of brotherly love, and then they started taking down Columbus, and it wasn't so brotherly
you get
anymore.
downtown and you just look up and look up. And, I mean, that's all it is buildings everywhere.
I think this was one of the lines from this was, I picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Don't call me Shirley, sir.
Shirley. Roger.
Roger.
We go back for Airplane, who debuted in 1980 on this date. And Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
That guy played that part good. And you remember the what was he done to the reporters? The guy that when they come in and he took something off the wall. You know
the one in the
and they all hit the phone booth.
office.
Yeah, and they all turned over.
Yeah.
She's horsing around.
There's some people out there that probably can't watch this without a panic attack, but you still need to watch Airplane.
Oh yeah, because it's good.
It is hilarious. But some of you'll have there's no safe space in this movie. This is back when you could actually grow up and.
It had the scene where he walks through the airport, and we all know that where you're attacked by 50 million people trying to give you pamphlets, and he's fighting his way to get to the airplane.
And it was like at Chicago O'Hare.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, they were everywhere. It's like, leave me alone. I couldn't find a USO fast enough because they can't go in there.
It's kind of like trying to get into Walmart these days.
Yeah.
You know, and with saying that, I've noticed I don't see that as much anymore. Has that gone away?
A lot of it has. Now they were selling fruit out at the gas pump on 19 the other day, and I don't have a problem with anybody doing that. But you can't get in and out of the gas pump when it's just cars. When you've got a whole parking lot over there that you can set up. And I don't have a problem with that at all. But you're right, you don't see. I
don't see as much. I think there's some. No, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
People would sell Krispy Kreme. You'd be the first one down there at the door when they had a Krispy Kreme.
I love me some Krispy Kreme.
That was
1983, it went number 1 on today. The gentle giant of country music had a number 1 hit today. Love is on a roll. Love is on a good roll. Don Williams. Y'all remember that song? I liked him. Good guy. Yeah. We would go back to 1985, and it would be the end of this show. And we all hated it.
Terrible day.
It was because we all loved it. Do you remember the episode where he made a museum about himself? The George Jefferson Museum.
I don't remember
where it
that
showed his first cleaning pair of clothes that he had ever cleaned. And nobody showed up to go through it.
Not sure.
The Jeffersons ended on this day. I don't do windows.
Florence does not do windows.
Mrs. J and
Mrs.
Bentley.
J. All right, now, what was Helen's husband's name?
Tom.
Tom. Did you know he's the one that's on the screen now? That's not the original Tom?
I didn't know there ever was another one.
There was another Tom.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Was he on Archie Bunker and just didn't make it over, or I don't remember another guy.
It was there was another Tom. I don't know how long he was on there, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just remember what was the doorbell? He always had his
Ralph.
hand out. Ralph had his hand out.
He
just slapped it.
Yeah, I was.
Mrs. J, I locked myself out of my room again. He'd be in his underwear with that newspaper. Always funny. Always funny. Ashley Tisdale, do y'all know that name? Well, she was born in 85. She would be big on the Disney Channel, and she made some movies and other things as well. But Ashley, High School Musical was her big one.
Okay.
But she started out on one of those little, like Zach and whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
She was on there as one of those shows. I don't remember which one. Okay. Now, this girl has done many other things. The Parent Trap was one of her first shows.
A lot of bad things, too.
Yeah. This was in the good days, and I tried to focus on the early part of her career before she went, whoop.
She had some good movies, and she's a great actor.
She is. This one, if y'all remember, Herbie, do y'all remember when she played that part?
I do, and I watched it, and it was good, but it wasn't the original Don Knotts Herbie.
No. I can still remember in College Park, Herbie sitting out front of the theater.
I do too.
And they used to do that, promotional things for movies.
All right, so I think we got a couple of people, Scott and Georgia, they come back and said that was one episode in All in the Family.
That's
where Tom was another guy. Okay.
And then it changed.
I knew I saw it somewhere that Tom was not the Tom we knew. And I'm like, I don't remember that.
I remember the episode where Sammy Davis comes to see Archie Bunker and he kissed him.
I remember that.
And you know, Sammy Davis was so funny. Part of the Rat Pack.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, I liked him a whole lot. Dean Martin had class about him. We don't see that a lot with actors these days, do we?
You remember when he went? They had a scene where he was going to box this guy, Sammy Davis.
I missed that one.
He was in the ring, and he turned around. Here's that guy that was 7'5", and he turned around and says, "I ain't fighting that."
I can see it though. I don't remember it, but I sure can see it. We go back to 1988. If It Don't Come Easy. Do y'all remember that? She was coming to Meridian a lot those days. Tanya Tucker had a #1 today. She sat by the ocean there. Oh, what's that shirt she's wearing? Oh, it was her boyfriend at the time, Glenn Campbell, like a rhinestone cowboy. They were like...
She had lots of boyfriends, didn't she?
Yeah, her and Glenn, you know, were kind of like a match in kerosene wherever they went.
Oh,
I'll leave it at that. Y'all go back and read the history books to find the rest of that. 1988 was a substantial big day in this guy's life. He was changing noses at the time even then, but he would have 5 of them on the charts at the same time.
Oh, albums.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. Michael Jackson. It all happened today back in 88. You remember the song Bad?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You make
Dirty
me...
Diana.
Yeah, The Man in the Mirror. All of that was on the charts at one time there. First time that had happened. Michael Jackson, huge back in the day.
You have to give him credit because I mean, he could dance, he could write, he could sing, he was interactive. You might not agree with what he did in a personal time, but that's...
And you know, and I remember, I didn't see it live. I remember seeing it the next day at that, was it the MTV Awards where he done the first moonwalk? And I didn't watch him because that just wasn't my genre of music, but I remember seeing it the next day on the news of him doing that.
The moonwalk.
And then it was a craze that went across the U.S.
Oh, and it's still going across the U.S. Wilt Chamberlain.
He just dated a bunch of women, didn't he?
Is who they had.
Oh, he was going to box?
He was going to box Wilt Chamberlain.
Didn't Wilt Chamberlain claim that he had dated like 1,000 women or something? Isn't he the one that claimed that? And I changed the wording of that a little bit. But
yeah.
Anybody remember going back and watching My Cousin Vinny?
Utes. It's them Utes. What's a Ute?
I remember that. Man, that was a good show. Joe Pesci,
oh, man.
Car 54. Maybe you remember the Munsters, but the guy behind all of that has a birthday today. His name was Fred Gwynn. He passed away today back in 93. If I'm not mistaken, he was in his 60s, and it was a heart attack, if I remember right. But, man, that best part was My Cousin Vinny, where he played that judge. Waiting on that fax.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They going to send that to me?
And I can't recall every movie, but I can remember back in the 90s, you know, where they would be waiting on a photo ID to come across the fax machine to see if it was who they were looking for. Nowadays, it's...
Oh, yeah, it's instant now. Bling! There it is. It's just like sending money.
Double Jeopardy had that scene there where Tommy Lee Jones is waiting on the fax, to get the information on her husband.
Yep. Sure was. Wow.
My hero among men, my hero above any man that ever was out there of a movie star, my favorite, passed away on this date. 1997, Jimmy Stewart lost his life. Decorated World War II veteran, brigadier general he was. And of course he was in my favorite Christmas movie. I love that show. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
He was in a lot of those. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. If you haven't seen that, go look that up. The man who is credited for making the Mustang.
Ooh. And then he took over
Chrysler. When it was belly up and it was going to fall through, and invented something that had never been invented. The minivan. Anybody remember Lee Iacocca? It was today that he passed away back in 2019. But that Mustang and that Ford son just really didn't like him getting the spotlight. They never got along.
Well, I mean, he's the one that came up with it. It was his idea.
And there's
give it to him.
several other cars that he invented that were big. I just put those two on there. A walk back in history today. Maybe you remember a few of those, and maybe you liked a few of them there.
There was a bunch of good ones on there. I remember talking about Thriller with Michael Jackson when it came out. I want to say it was like 87, somewhere around in there.
Could have been 84.
Could have been, was it 84?
I really don't know.
So at one of our fundraisers at West Lauderdale, in the band hall, we set up Thriller as the video to see. And you could pay $1 to go in and watch Thriller, and that's when it first came out. And that's something that I really remember. But yeah, you could pay $1 to go watch the Thriller video.
Debbie says that
84.
Fred passed away of pancreatic cancer. So it was 84 that come out there. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is 2024.
Yeah, one of our Halloween carnivals. That's right. That's when it was still a Halloween carnival, not a fall festival.
That got changed also.
Yeah, people got hurt.
There's a lot of people with these hurt feelings. What do we call Columbus Day now? In I can't even pronounce that word.
Endangered.
Endangered people maybe.
Yeah, something like that. I'll be in Mexico for Halloween to celebrate the Day of the Dead this year.
There you are. Scotty Ray and Odie. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
That means we got to talk some more. And, we wanted to talk about these fine folks here that help you out when it comes to getting you a home. Let me show you here all about these great folks here at Snowden Real Estate. Amanda and her team help you out, Odie. And all you have to do is right there, when you get there, click this, and it takes you directly to their listings of homes that you're looking for. Here's one in Meridian. You can go all the way to Scuba. You can go to Lauderdale. Even here, we've got you a mobile home that you can get into an Enterprise. Land. Anything that you're looking for when it comes to buying, selling, getting into a new home, new school district. And there's going to be a lot of changing. There always is of people trying to move school districts before the school year starts. That's going on now, so be ready for that. If you need a home, talk to Amanda and her team. 453-3937 is the number to call. They'll handle all that paperwork and make it easy on you at Snowden Real Estate. See them today. They'll help you in so many different ways, won't they, Odie?
Man, they're right there with you every step.
Let's see here. As we move into today, we wanted to bring this up, a grant as we pull this up, Alley Cat. We all know this run that happens every year. If you want to have your one-time spayed and neutered, I was trying to remember
one
how
of those things.
Bob Barker, how he said it. But they've got this, and it'll be done over in Collinsville. Go by and fill out the paperwork there. With Rockette, and he'll tell you more about it. You can click the website, and it'll take you there. But a good deal, a good deed being done there.
Yes, it really is.
So hope you'll do that. Let's see what else we got going on. We had a fender bender downtown Meridian. This was right up by the post office.
Oh.
Halted traffic for just a moment there as we had a fender bender there at the red light. No one was injured, but boy, I think it folded in the tire.
I bet they didn't drive across the post office front yard.
Nope. And even the truck there caught some damage there.
Ooh.
Saw Lewis and, of course, so many people coming out and hooking to that. Quentin came in from...
Quentin.
Quentin.
Came in from Collinsville.
He was loading up a vehicle there.
Getting it all
I bump
took
into
care
him a
of.
lot also.
Yeah.
He's a busy fella, to say the least there.
He does stay busy.
Yeah, let's see. We mentioned about the garbage going on. I wanted to bring this up. I was me and Angie Friday night, New Hope. Man.
Yes, they put on a heck of a show.
Look at this. At the people that turned out at the softball complex, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
T.M. Jones Road.
T.M. Jones Road and...
Valley Road.
And Valley Road. And
It
I'm
was...
trying to think. Galleon Fields.
That's right. He donated the money.
He donated the land for it and everything. And they did it last year and said that they were going to be out of room if they grew any more. So they moved down here, and it's like over 500 people showed up.
Yeah, it was. And we wanted to say a thank you to Charles Compton of the fantastic job.
Yes.
Greg was telling me just the extra effort that he went through on building this trailer.
Yeah.
Those sides.
Yeah, built by Compton.
Whoops. Did I say that out loud?
Greg paid us to say that, Mr. Charles.
Now, this happened on Friday afternoon. Not something that you see every day, but going toward Collinsville, let me show you. You don't see Ford pick-em-up trucks looking like this very often. And I meant to show this yesterday. We didn't get a chance to. But look at this, Odie, as this truck is on its side.
And it's still strapped to the trailer.
Yeah. Whoever it was, he knew how to strap a load.
He did.
Now,
do that.
and a lot of people were saying, well, where's the truck that was pulling? It was on up in front, and it had some children up there. Is a reason that I didn't video that is why. But everybody was okay. Went to make that turn, and the weight flipped over. Is what that was about.
Yeah, it was. I was just one of those situations that had happened, and I hate it for him.
Yep. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie. It is Tuesday. Have mercy.
Golly. Yeah.
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 6 or more. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie, and we thought we'd bring this up. The Mississippi Department of Wildlife have designated July 4th Free Fishing Day.
I think that is great. Any public waterway throughout the state of Mississippi for Thursday. If you want to go fish, you can go fish. You don't have to. If you don't have a license, you don't have to go get one for that one day. You can go take the kids and have a good day just throwing the old hook.
They gonna ever do that with deer season?
That'd be nice.
It's doubtful, isn't it?
Yeah,
But take a kid fishing.
Take a kid fishing. They'll love that.
That's a big deal, and I hope people will take advantage of that. The 4th, I don't see as many people going because they're going to be cooking, but maybe some of you will be doing it. You're cooking and all at a lake as well. So we hope you'll enjoy that as we get toward the 4th. It's so hard to believe the 4th of July is here. Spectrum Cable, if you're looking at national headlines, is expected to go up on their cable fees another $3 a month at the end of July. So your cable bill is going up if you get your cable from them. on a national. Yesterday, Venmo, this probably caused some problems. If you were trying to give money to someone and you used Venmo to do it, it was down yesterday.
I bet that did put a snag. I've used Venmo once.
I've never used any of those.
I use Cash App and PayPal. Or my two
My wife will use PayPal, but I've never used any. I get, can I say the word? I get confused over that. I just, well, it's not money, but it is money, I know, but it's just a new technology feature that I've got to get used to that people are using now.
We've got to bring you and Greg up. We got.
I'm learning on all that.
In the next generation here.
I get PayPal, and it works the exact same way. It's just a new way to do it. And there's just so many people now, it scares me that they don't carry cash at all.
I mean, we do need to carry cash. But sometimes it's the convenience.
Yeah.
You know, and then
boop, there it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you
instant.
don't have to worry about it.
Because before, if you had somebody that you know or loved that was in New Mexico trying to get home and they ran out of gas or money, lost their wallet, you can now just Venmo it and they've got money.
Yeah, you're done. You don't have to. Well,
Go to
Walmart
Union.
and go to our Western Union, and I'll send you some money, and it'll be ready in about an hour. Then you have to fill out 10 pages of stuff, provide 4 IDs, and hope that you get your money.
The world is a-changing. We see that Steve Bannon has reported to prison. He's going to spend 4 months. And what he went for was he ignored that subpoena that he got over the January 6th issue there. But reporting to jail, and he said he's proud of what he's doing. Are these two getting a divorce or not? Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. They're selling off the painting. They ain't been married very long.
They've been married a few years, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But whatever happened, it's unraveling quickly. It's not official yet, but they are selling things out of the $60 million mansion that they bought together.
Well, you know, after he played Batman, I don't doubt that she'd leave him. Anybody that was that bad in a movie.
Was it really bad?
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, I missed it.
He made the worst Batman. Whoever wrote him in as Batman ought to be slapped. That was just.
Was it as bad as Coy and Vance playing Bo and Luke?
It was terrible. Okay. It's right there side by side. They messed the whole thing up. He just, no.
Odie, we got some birthdays of people that are dying to hear them, and we appreciate each and every one. We've got a coffee mug to give away in a moment there. Odie's going to show you there as we get ready for this. We got to find that.
Yeah, I've got, there it is. I lost the Bible verse.
Oh, we can't lose that.
So we've got some birthdays today. Old buddy Jimmy Culpepper's having a birthday today. We've got Jason Creel turning 52. Jordan Sissom is 25. Old Joe is turning 25. Benny Lee is 74. Alicia Moore is 56. Heather Martin, 32. Tracy Barnhill, the double fives, 55 today. Danny and Karen Todd, 42 years.
Woo! We talked about that earlier.
We talked about that earlier. Ray Gafford and his wife's having 36th year anniversary.
She's been married 36 years?
Yeah. Said, I didn't get her name off of there, so I don't have a name to put with it.
Mama Chicken. Mama Chick. Gail.
Yeah, that went over my head.
Yeah, Mama Chick.
Yeah,
I still remember the days she moved to Porterville, Mississippi, and opened up the Chicken Shack.
Golly, I miss that place. That was good.
It was.
Candy Dunlap has got a birthday today, and Matthew Wright is having a birthday today. And we're going to go back and click this button and click it, and we're going to hit the go button. And we're going to bring this down to, well, look at there, Ray Griffith and Mama Chicken, 36 years, and they win this fabulous Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug.
Congratulations.
Go down to Hyundai of Meridian on Highway 39 and pick that up. It'll be waiting on you, and happy anniversary.
Well, Austria, they've dug up a piece of Christian artifact that is believed to be at least 1,500 years old. They dug up this little thing there of Moses carrying the Ten Commandments. Pretty neat. There's a lot of history out there that the world just has not discovered yet.
And I tell you, there's more and more stuff to sit here and prove the Bible.
It is.
Prove the existence of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And like I've said before, if I'm wrong, have I really lost anything because I treat everybody right? But if you're wrong, you think 100 degrees is hot. You can just hold on to your saddle.
Fists get real warm.
Because it's going to get rough. I'll take that chance.
Have you got a Bible verse for us as we head out the door today?
We've got one here, Proverbs 18, verse 21. The tongue has a power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Boy, I just stomped on my own toe.
I hear you.
But that's okay. Change your life, change your ways, change your family's ways, and give your heart and soul over to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And he's sitting there at the right hand of God, and there's only one way into heaven, and that's through him. Bring him into your life. It'll change you forever. We appreciate y'all being with us. Here it is, about 11 after, something like that. And we couldn't do this without you. Thank you for being here on a Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day. We'll be back in less than 23 hours, and we'll see you then. But remember, we love you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.